Well, it's great to be with you again. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about our values as a company at Scott Coatings and why they even matter. But before I do that, I want to take a step back. We've been in business for 15 years, and we didn't have values as a company until about 4 years ago. And we took some time 4 years ago to put those in place, and I want to tell you why we even did that. Why did it matter? Things were trucking along, we were having growth, but I'd read a couple books on the importance of values and goals, and it resonated with me. I realized for us to really go where we wanted to go as a company, we had to put values in place. And what do those values do? I want to take a second to talk about that. The Pacific Institute, actually here in Seattle, had a great article, and the article was called Anchor Points. And what anchor points do for you as an individual and for companies is they give you a place to know where your stakes are, where your corners are, where your borders are. So you know when things go wrong, when you're stressed out, what you can fall back on. Well, values are that for a company and for us as Scott Coatings. They provide those anchor points, those boundaries for everyone who works here to know who we are, how we act in certain situations, good or bad. If we don't do something right, we have a way to reflect and to know what went wrong and what could we done different. So for us as a company, we take time every single week to reflect on the values, remind us what they mean, whether it's creativity, grit, honor, passion, or be you. We tell stories around those values. What is something that myself or someone else in the team didn't do that if we had really had that value inside of us, we would have done differently? Or what did we do great? And how did one of those values exude so everyone can begin to understand that particular value and begin to live it out every single day? So why the values matter to us as a company? Again, it's that anchor point. It lets everyone know that's new here, who's been here for a year, 5 years, or beyond, how to act in certain situations. So often we as companies forget that we're just a bunch of people. A bunch of people create a large company, but those people need to know how to act. And if they don't have a guidepost, an anchor point to know how to act, they'll all act differently when we get stressed out or when things are going right and we forget to act certain ways that helped us get in the right direction. So as we talk about these things as a company, people begin to formulate their own stories, the way they can live out the values. And that helps everyone bring unity, because now we have 5 values that when you come to Scott Coatings, you know who you are and you know how to be part of a unified team, and that unity helps you go further, farther, faster. So that's our hope for you. Thanks for taking a second to listen to us.